Ah, hello. Oh god. Blessings! Hi! Welcome, welcome! Oh god. I was trying to fix up as much of the line art as I could before the stream started. I haven't had enough time to really get into the drawing a bit more. And I've been like, oh, I really wanna finish this. I've got a sickness and the only cure is more pirates. Exactly! More pirates, baby! Yeah, let me go ahead and put on the background music really quick. Here we go. Nice. Okay. We're good, we're good. But I do hope that everyone has been having a nice week so far, and that you've also been having a nice day. Here we go. Oh, I need to quick see this. Okay. I have my reference image up and everything, and then just in case, I have another mini reference of Leah right here. Also to just kind of cure me of all of my sadness. Just in case, if I feel a little bit sad, I can just go to this layer really quick. And I can look at Leah. And then I can smile. Okay. Here we go. Voila. Alright. Here we go. But yeah, I hope that everyone's been doing well. I've kind of, like, okay. There is this thing from McDonald's that it's like these spicy chicken nuggets. And it was the first time that I got to try them. And they're actually really good. Like what? Wrong layer. But I never really knew that they had spicy chicken nuggets or anything spicy there. So I was really excited. Apparently they're like a limited time thing. But they're really nice. I know that I've already talked about just like regular nuggets and stuff before, but there's something that's really nice. It's not too spicy or anything like that. Honestly, I think it would be cool if they had like an even spicier version. Here we go. Alright. But I'm always looking for places to have like more spicy food and everything. Unfortunately, for where I'm at right now, even if I do make a lot of spicy food, not a lot of other folks will really eat it because they're not super invested in spicy food. So I'm kind of on my own, and then I have to be left as the only one that eats the spicy food. And so if I do make spicy food, I just have to make sure I'm not making it for like too many people. Because then I'll just be haunted by the spicy food. Even afterwards, I'll wake up in a sweat. Afraid that the next day I'm gonna have an extremely spicy meal once again. Here we go. Here we go. Because I used to know more people, at least, that liked spicy food. However, that was many years ago. Unfortunately, people come and go, along with spice tolerance. Oh, that reminds me. I didn't know that, technically, this is something that I learned from, like, it's a bit of a late study, but I think for Gen Z or millennials, 75% of them are actually lactose intolerant. Which makes a lot of sense. There is an overabundance of lactose intolerant jokes and memes that people do make online. And I was wondering at some point how many people are actually lactose intolerant. But it turns out it's a lot. And, I mean, that was like an older study, so that means there's probably even more people that are lactose intolerant. I think that's my #1 fear in regards to food. Becoming allergic to things that I am that I really like. Here we go. Like I knew somebody who suddenly became allergic to seafood. Like prior to them finding out they were allergic, they had been eating it for like basically their whole life. But then one day they were at an event, I believe with family, and then they tried eating crab, and then they just had an extremely bad allergic reaction. And that just makes me scared. I don't want to wake up and suddenly my body's like, you will be allergic to fruits, and you will not be able to have fruits. Like, damn. I don't know what I would do. That would put me in a frenzy, I think. Now I'm wondering if I'm lactose intolerant. You never know. I'd say do an allergy test. Managers, do allergy test and post your allergy Don't actually post them, but I mean, it's always good to do that. Wait, you never know. I mean, it would be kind of weird also for some things. I think there's like some types of things where like I think someone I knew, they were having a surgery for something and they were getting it checked out. But one of the dyes that they had to use, it was like, I can't remember what it was made of, but they were asking, or the doctors were asking this person about whether or not they were allergic to something specific. Oh, it was the shellfish stuff, like seafood, because it was a specific type of dye that had some sort of enzymes or something in it that was like kind of funky, and they didn't know. So they decided to just say yes in the end to switch it out. And it turns out that they were in fact allergic to it, because right afterwards they got an allergy test. So that would have been a little bit messed up if they were getting something looked up for surgery and then it turns out that they had to stay at the hospital for a completely different emergency. Here's a fun thing you can do at home to play along. Allergy tests. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We can all take an allergy... You know those memes where it's like the person that is like... Hang on. It's like an anime character or something, and they're like smiling. And they have their hand all outreached. And it's... And it's like, let's... Like, it's the ones where it's like, let's take our meds together. It's this, but I'm holding out my hand. Let's all take allergy tests together. Stream idea. I have to constantly block out the audio in order to avoid doxing myself. Oh, God. No, but... I wonder if that's actually like a thing that you can take at home. Oh, no, that's not it. No, you can't do that. I wonder how many tests you actually can take at home. Because the only ones that I know are like those weird genetic tests. Like those 23andMe and stuff like that. Here we go. Oh, I feel that. God, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you feel that. Here we go. Oh, but apparently there's even like those 23andMe tests for like your dogs too. So if you have a dog, then you can like get your dog one of those 23andMe tests, but like doggy version. Which is kind of interesting. I feel like for cat owners, like that would kind of be a little bit... I mean, I haven't seen one for cat owners, but I feel like that would make sense for it to not happen. Because cat owners are just like, that's an orange one. They're frickin' orange. And I think they're pretty neat. 23 Skidoo? 23 Skidoo? Is that what it's called? I don't know. I have no clue. I have no idea. I don't know names. I'm as soon as an actual name is mentioned, I cannot remember. I feel like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know how it is when like you're trying to like remember something, but it's like a weird little fuzzy thing? Like it's just very fuzzy in your brain. Like you can't really imagine it. I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember names and like names and faces and stuff. I can't even remember the titles of things. I know that there's general colors. You know, like if it's a really good logo or something, then I'll be like, oh yeah, I know that. But even if it's something that people have told me that I've been to before, I'll be like, I have no idea. I won't remember until you take me there, and even then, I probably won't remember until I've already done activities in there for like half an hour. And maybe then I will have a eureka moment. Here we go. Orange Goblin number 17. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dog owners have like big ol', I mean that, and like cat owners who like put their cats in contests. They have their certificates, they have all the percentages of what they are and everything like that. Meanwhile, a cat owner will look at a cat and they'll be like, yeah, that's a cool one. I can tell you what type of cat it is. That's my cat now. Cat distribution system is at its peak right now. Which, by the way, it is springtime, and that does mean that there may or may not be a bunch of tiny little creatures wandering around. So keep your eyes peeled and be aware, okay? Just letting you know. There's probably somewhere near you, kittens are there. And they will come over to you if you are not aware enough. And they will surprise you. And you will be cat jump scared. And then you will be the proud owner of 7 new kittens. Along with a feral mother. Just keep that in mind. If you're going out and doing things. As of late. Just letting you know. Ah. Oh, what is that? Oh, what did I do? What did I just do? Oh, I opened a thing? Oh, never mind, I didn't open a thing. Okay, I'm good. Yeah. Ouch. I need to stretch. Suddenly cats. Yeah, exactly. They kind of appear everywhere. Wait. You will be creature jump scared. It'll be such a cool little moment, though. You can DNA test cats like dogs. It's just not very common. Yeah, no, I know that. Yeah. It's not like you can't do that. I just feel like for a portion of cat owners, they are less inclined to really specifically know what type of cat that they have. If it's just like, you know, just a typical house cat. You know what I mean? They just go based off of the color and then they name it like McDonald's order number 5 or something. You know? It's just what they do. Oh god. How did I do this hair? What did I do? What did I do to the flow of this? 73% fat potato, exactly. That's what the true percentages are with cat DNA tests. 73% fat potato, 20% asshole. I'm saying this as a big fan of cats. I love cats and dogs. Every animal is pretty cool. I love them a lot. I wonder if people do... No, that's not really a thing with, like... Because I don't think people actually really try and breed mixes of things like tarantulas and stuff like that. Do they? I don't know. I've never really thought about that. I'm so used to people... Because there's so many people, especially with... In terms of tarantulas, I don't think that would really be a thing. Because so many people go... You understand? This one gets it. Hell yeah. But yeah, I don't know in regards to like spiders, because I think in regards to tarantulas very specifically, I think if anything it might be more specifically not in regards to like breeds, but in regards to how docile the tarantulas are. Tarantula husbandry is now my life's calling. That's a scary little time, gamer. You're gonna see a lot of tarantulas get eaten by their girlfriends. That's gonna happen a lot. They will be eaten. You'll have to, like... No, because, like, tarantula breeding is such a wild thing. I think any form of, like, breeding insect-type pets, or... Because tarantulas are not insects, I know this. But I'm specifically, like, in regards to, I guess, like, reptiles and stuff like that. You have to be so careful with how they're bred. Because if you're not careful, literally... they will be eaten, and then you will have to go and pay another $120 for another rare tarantula for you to breed. Like, female tarantulas are really hard to rizz up. I'm sorry. I had to drink water for a second. I kind of had to double take what I just said. I need to touch grass a little bit more, I think. But it's possible. I don't know how many breeds of the same species tarantulas there are. Oh, there are a lot of types. I think the main categories that people really look for in regards to pet tarantulas would be Old World and New World. Which kind of goes more into their temperaments and kind of how they act. Like the difficulty. Sometimes, I think, technically, for a general thing, people usually say that New World tarantulas are a lot easier. And how Old World tarantulas are more prone to being very angry and will lash out at you a lot easier. Like, you are prone to getting tarantula jump scared if you have an Old World tarantula in regards to a New World tarantula. Although there are some people where through depending on, even if it is like Old World and New World for tarantulas, which, by the way, I feel like that's a really weird way to word the types of tarantulas. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but it's just odd. Oh, and their accents. Yeah, if you get a yeah, I guess so. But I think in regards to tarantulas, even some people that do own more New World ones, some of them, at least for those specific people, they aren't as angry or temperamental. So in the end, just like any other pet, I feel like it does just depend on, you know, the type that you get, and even then, sometimes it might not really go along with the technical stereotypes of that specific breed. Or species. But I think in the end that also comes with experience of kind of slowly figuring that out through like years of like tarantula breeding and stuff like that, you know? Here we go. Because it's like, I don't know how to say this. I mean, like, there are things for a lot of animal type related things, like animal owning, where some stuff is like, oh yeah, definitely do that. But then other times, it's like, it's a preference, but not an actual rule. And in the end, it just kind of like goes down to how long you've really had experience with those types of pets. And it ends up being your decision on what to do. Like... But then some of them are also really heavy preferences. Like, I mean, definitely with tarantulas, keep them all... I mean, this is not a preference, just actually do this. Please don't keep your pet tarantulas. If you do decide to get them, keep them in their own separate areas. For certain types of tarantulas, I feel like it's really good to have, like, those little jumping wall areas where they actually have traction. Seeing older tarantulas makes me so sad, though. Because for, like, older tarantulas, you see them so... Like, you see them get really old, and then... you, like... I've had people that I've known that have had pet tarantulas, and it's just sad to see them grow old, and then they're struggling to climb, the walls of their little housing structures. And it just makes me so sad. Like, I feel like that's one of the worst parts of owning tarantulas. Aside from the fact that they could die by their girlfriends. But that's also how it is with owning any type of pet, you know? One of my favorite types of tarantulas, or pet tarantulas, do they get gray old man beards? No, but they just start slow, like stop, they just kind of stop moving around as much. And they struggle a lot. So like when they get older, they lose a lot of traction for their legs. So like for tarantulas and stuff like that, let's say that this is a little tarantula. And then it's got its little legs. Okay, so for the legs, basically, on all of the legs, they have like these little hairs, you know? And all of those hairs, not only are they for like sensing things that are going on, but they also, it's also for traction. They're like little kind of, I guess you could say, paw pads of sorts. You know? They're like the little Velcro things. I think that's the best way to say it. So, you know, only a metaphorical old man beard then. I mean, I guess so. But like, you know how with Velcro, if you use it for long enough, then it starts to like kind of die down or dull down. And then eventually it's like really difficult to use that specific Velcro. It's kind of like that for like tarantulas, at least in my experience. And kind of from my knowledge of tarantula pet owning related type things. So usually for certain types of enclosures for tarantulas, there's certain types of tarantulas that really like climbing more like hair loss, a little bit, yeah. I guess it was just the easiest way for me to explain it. I mean, technically, with the Velcro. Yeah, hair loss is the better way to explain it. But yeah, they kind of just end up not being able to do a lot of stuff as they grow older. And there's like a prime time for you to technically go and see if they'll like, you know, get a cute girlfriend, and then if the girlfriend will accept them and not absolutely demolish them. So either they... So pretty much they either die by a girlfriend or they die of old age. Unless they just don't get enough food or anything else like that, but that's like an entirely different thing. Okay, let me fix this. But yeah, tarantulas are really cool. They're a fun pet. You can't really hold them a lot, really, especially if they're more angry fellas. I wouldn't really fully suggest holding tarantulas, but they are pretty fun. They are a lot of work, though. And it does cost an amount of money to have some more proper enclosures for them. So if anyone's ever interested in a tarantula, just be aware of those things for it for sure. Here we go. My goodness. Ah. Okay. Sorry for my small bit of silence. I am slightly focusing right now. Also, my voice is like a little bit weird right now. I think it was because I was practicing too much last week. And then when I finally got to the guitar stream on Saturday, I kinda I was not paying attention to how I was singing. And then I ended up hurting myself. You know, like a little silly head. But here we go. All right. Ah, no, don't undo. However, I do like my voice sounding a bit scruffy. It sounds really cool. Like I sound like I would be a really cool person. I'd be like, hey, what's like if you bumped into me in a coffee shop, I'd be like, oh wow, hey, nice to see you. Haven't seen you around here lately. You know? I'd be like, you want to grab coffee with me sometime? I think that would be cool. You know, I would. Rugged shout, yeah. It's the pipeline towards Chad T. I'm already going down the pipeline. It's only another undisclosed amount of time before I complete my metamorphosis, my transformation. Oh, that would be nice, though. I know that those coffee makers at home are so expensive. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. I just kind of, my brain just went to, like, making coffee at home. Because I've seen recently a lot more of those, like, fancy coffee video things. I feel like some of the stuff in it's unnecessary, though. Like, there's some of those sifter things that they have when they're making, like, cappuccinos or espressos or something. And it just, like, it just looks unnecessary to me. Like, it's just so many other extra fancy things. And it's like, you could just have this and then just be done with that. Your setup. You know? Oy. But then again, the people that I see that do that stuff, they're really passionate about coffee. So it makes sense for them to invest more into like other extra things for what they love doing. You know? It's kind of like me with some art stuff. I don't have to I don't have to get certain art supplies. However, it's very nice and fun to have fun little scrapers and stuff like that. Oh yeah. Also, I recently found as a preface for a lot of art things, like more I forgot the term for it, but other traditional art, there's a lot of other extra little things you have, and I am very used to either doing like either pencil sharpening for stuff or using a razor blade for things like sharpening pencils, or if I don't have my palette knife with me, and if I have a razor near me, using a razor blade for like part of the for like if it's a tiny amount of paint to like kind of mix it. But one of the biggest things that when I was much younger I didn't understand was the concept of people inside of their art studios and how there's literally like razor blades and stuff everywhere. So I would always question that. I'm like, I don't understand. Why do you have to like have them everywhere? And I remember at the time at one point I was asking that to my motherly figure, and she looked at me and she was just basically like, yeah, no, you'll get it eventually. If you really get into art, if you have your own studio later, you'll understand. And I'm like, okay, that's weird, but all right. And then literally earlier today, I was like scavenging around, and then one of my razors just fell out from an area that I was cleaning up, and I just looked at it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's where that's been. Classic. classic art shenanigans, just having a razor blade randomly fall from a sudden area, and you're not shocked, you're not distressed, you're just like, yep, that's usual, that's normal. I constantly have my box cutter / razor on me. That's valid. There was a couple of things that I used to have on me a lot. One, I used to have I still do amongst other things, but I have like a box cutter that looks like a cool little switchy blade thingy, but it's just like a box cutter with me. And what I really used to carry around was a lighter. I still do carry around lighters. I don't know why. I think it was someone that like a really long time ago, I had seen them. They were like an older individual, but I had seen them with a lighter, and it was mentioned how it's just nice to have that in case anyone needs it, and then you can be there to like light stuff up or whatever. And I'm like, huh, okay. I mean, that's odd, but I guess that's useful. And one day when I was carrying my lighter, there was a really pretty person that needed it, and I took it out and they were like, thank you. And I'm like, you know what? I get it now. I'm gonna carry this bad boy with me everywhere I go. I'm gonna absolutely just keep it with me. I kind of need this with me. It just helps me with something, you know? I don't know why. I say as I try to calm down from a really pretty lady. Here we go. But yeah, no. I still have those things that I kind of carry around with me. Oh, that's actually cute. I like that. I like that. I just have a little bit more to go with cleaning up, and then I'll be good. And then I can start the coloring. But yeah, I think that there's definitely some essentials to kind of carry around. I think if anything, I need to reorganize my bag so that I have more stuff again in my bag to carry around as just in case items. Because I used to have so many other things when I carried stuff around. Like a lot of people that I knew, whenever they would see what is inside of my bags, they would be like, how the heck do you have so much stuff in that singular bag of yours? And I'm like, I don't know, in all honesty. It's like it's like one of those bags in D&D. Like those bags of holding. That's basically how it is for me. I can turn any bag into a bag of holding. Like as soon as I get the chance, if I get a bag, I'll have like 2 sketchbooks, a mini watercolor palette, I'll have an eraser, pencil, other supplies bag, I'll have a first aid kit, I'll have like an other extras products thing with like meds and stuff like that. Sorry, I've dropped my pen. Ramona's bag, exactly. It's just like Ramona's bag. That's frightening. Yeah, it is, but it's also pretty fun. I need to get back to it again, since I'm finally able to like go out more and do cool things. But it was really fun when I had that, because someone would be like, I need this, and I'm like, I got you, and I would pull out a mini sewing kit, and it would be like, where the hell did you get that from? And I'm like, just my bag. It's just my bag. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Someone could be like, I need an entire cooking set because I need to make something really quick, and I'm like, I got you. And I'd open up my bag and I'd start getting out an entire ass kitchen. One of my favorite things would just be like if someone was not feeling super great and I didn't know what else to do and I knew that they liked stickers, I would have spare stickers with me. It would only happen occasionally when I was very invested in stickers and I was looking at ways to make my own stickers. So I would basically have those at hand and I'd be like, I got you. Here's a sticker. Puts a silly little smiley face on someone. Alright. Here we... Oh no! Why is that not... Okay, there we go. It's showing up now. It was not wanting to show up for a second. I looked up to check what my face was doing for a second. I just saw. What are you doing? What are you up to? Okay. Have you turned someone into a sticker? No, I cannot do that. That is not up to me to decide whether or not to turn people into stickers. If I could, I would. I think that would be pretty hilarious. It's like that Miku with like, no, don't turn me into this. Ah! Oh no, don't turn me into a sticker. Ah! If anything, I think my favorite thing that I would like to turn people into would be those wacky inflatable arm tube men. That way someone would have to say, no, don't turn me into a wacky inflatable arm tube man. That'd be terrifying. That would be priceless. That would be incredible. Maybe if enough people believe in me, and maybe if I get enough power from other people, then I can, like, you know how, like, in D&D, how you can multi-class? Maybe I could, like, be a multi-deity and instead of just being in springtime, it could also be a titular deity of springtime and wacky inflatable arm tube man and stickers. And then I could turn people into those things. And then that would be pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be scary if I just like turned people I didn't like into flowers or into flora and stuff, and then they were just stuck in a garden of like people that I did not like? Man, that would be fucked up. I just thought of that. That would be terrible, but also really fun. Oh god. Yeah, that would suck a lot though. I wouldn't do that to people. Unless they really deserved it, I guess. But even then, I wouldn't. That wouldn't be nice. Here we go. I mean, technically, other deities do have, like, multi-classing. I mean, at least one Greek god has done that to someone, I'm pretty sure. Multiple Greek gods have done that to people. I am almost certain. I don't know if you know this, but I have first-hand accounts. We'll make that the banned list. What? Now I need to think of a name for the alternative name for a ban list for like just the bad flower garden. Just the bad flora. Dionysus was bad about it. God, the amount of times that I have read people going back on what other deities have done in previous times, you know, fact checking. The amount of times that I've read what people have said about what deities have done, it's like, you know, that for the most part it is true, you know. There have been, in fact, a lot of silly little things with turning people into stuff due to them either cheating in competitions or them doing well enough, but then the deity was like, yeah, no, man, I don't want to believe that. I think that's false information. You know, even though the truth and the actual fact that, like, the human one is just right in front of them. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't be that petty. But still. Oh, hang on 1 second. I have to get going really quick. Uh, Something popped up, really quick. Apologies. Uh, I'll see if I can continue this at another point in time. But thank you very much for everyone that's been joining in so far, right now. Okay, have a great night. Thank you. Bye-bye. Ciao.